her shots in crucial moments. We all could agree on that. Sophie Cunningham has the clutch gene. And unfortunately, Kelsey Mitchell just ain't got it. She ain't cooking. She ain't got it, bro. But this is what I wanted to show y'all last night when I was making my video. And shout out to the subscriber who sent this to me because, yeah, man, they say Kelsey Mitchell once again with the ball in her hands at the end, and she couldn't produce. Who's ready to talk?
Mitchell crossing over. Mitchell on the drive.
Doing. Bud doing. See, but
recent video footage from the Indiana Fever's latest basketball contest has revealed concerning patterns in the team's final minute decision-making process. The analysis focuses on critical moments where strategic ball movement could have altered the game's outcome significantly. During the closing seconds of the matchup, specific player positioning and shot selection became points of intense scrutiny among basketball observers. The footage demonstrates a sequence where alternative passing options were available but not utilized, leading to questions about court awareness and team chemistry. Sophie Cunningham's positioning during crucial possessions has drawn particular attention from analysts examining the game film. Multiple instances show the Missouri native establishing excellent scoring position in high-percentage shooting areas, yet remaining uninvolved in the offense's final execution.
Mitchell on the drive.
doing. Bud doing. See, but it's not just her missing that. Where's Sophie? Where's Sophie at? Watch Sophie, guys. So as y'all can see here, Sophie right there. Sophie right there in the corner. You got Sophie right there. Watch this. Here come Kelsey. Screen right there. So you guys can see. Boom. Sophie wide open. Give her the ball now. Give the ball to Sophie right now. Screen set in place. She's wide open right.
The video evidence reveals a specific play where Cunningham positioned herself in the corner, creating optimal spacing for a potential three-point attempt. A well-executed screen provided additional separation from defenders, presenting what many consider an ideal scoring opportunity. The ball handler maintained possession instead of distributing to the open teammate. Basketball experts analyzing the footage note that approximately 17 seconds remained on the game clock during this sequence. A successful three-point attempt would have potentially forced overtime, fundamentally changing the contest trajectory. The strategic implications of this decision continue generating debate among fans and analysts.
Now, screen set in place. She's wide open right there, right now. Pass her the ball now. Look, doing. I ain't lying, guys. Look. See, right here. Sophie Cunningham slides right. Kelsey was supposed to pass her that ball. She was supposed to pass her that ball. Right about, hold on. Nope. Right there. Give Sophie the ball.
Cunningham's reputation as a clutch performer in high-pressure situations makes these missed opportunities particularly frustrating for team supporters. Her track record includes numerous game-deciding shots throughout her career, establishing credibility as a reliable option during critical moments. The contrast between different players' decision-making abilities under pressure has become a recurring theme in recent games. Some team members demonstrate consistent shot-making capabilities when stakes are highest, while others struggle to maintain effectiveness during crucial possessions. Team rotation decisions have also sparked discussion among followers of the franchise. Chloe Bibby's limited playing time despite previous strong performances has raised questions about coaching strategies and player utilization.
Nope. Right there. Give Sophie the ball. Three-point shot right now. Give her the ball now. Now. Still would have been 17 seconds left on the clock. Now you guys don't have to foul. You forced them. You guys would essentially force them to go down there and shoot the ball, make a shot. And guess what happens? We goes to overtime. We go into overtime. Then, you know what? Once we go into overtime, Kelsey could get the ball back. Kelsey could get the ball back and do what Kelsey does.
Her recent 8-point contributions seem to merit increased involvement in subsequent games. Fan commentary on social media platforms reflects growing frustration with offensive execution during closing minutes. Many observers point to patterns where the same players receive touches regardless of their recent performance or the specific matchup circumstances. The absence of Caitlin Clark continues impacting team dynamics and overall league interest levels. Without the star player's presence, both the Fever's offensive schemes and the broader WNBA's popularity have experienced noticeable declines in engagement metrics. Coaching decisions regarding defensive intensity and player positioning have drawn criticism from basketball analysts.
The ball back and do what Kelsey does. But that wasn't the case, bro. That was not the case. And I'm sick of this, bro. I am real life sick of this, bro. I mean, another loss due to this whole situation. Shout out to the homeboy Mike. He said, next matchup with the Connecticut Sun. We need the ball fed to Aaliyah with the floor space. She can usually score versus Tina Charles easily. My big concern is that Connecticut has two elite perimeter defenders who will
The emphasis on defensive schemes that don't align with individual players' natural strengths may be limiting overall team effectiveness. Statistical analysis of recent games shows a troubling pattern of surrendering leads during final quarters. The team has reportedly lost 5 to 8 contests this season, where they held advantages entering closing periods, suggesting systematic issues with late-game execution. Cunningham recently celebrated her birthday, adding personal significance to discussions about her role within the team structure. Supporters from her home state continue advocating for increased involvement in crucial offensive possessions. The upcoming matchup against Connecticut presents new challenges for the team's backcourt management.
Two elite perimeter defenders who will pressure the ball tightly, being where we're lacking at point guard. And yeah, man, I don't know, guys. We really haven't got an update on Caitlin Clark yet. If she come back this week, I don't think she do. That's just my prediction. I don't think she come back. But a lot of fans is voicing their frustrations about
the Suns' perimeter defensive capabilities could expose existing weaknesses in ball handling and distribution, particularly given current roster limitations. Video analysis reveals that successful offensive possessions typically involve multiple player touches and ball movement, creating better scoring opportunities than isolation plays. The recent footage suggests a departure from these proven principles during pressure situations. Player development patterns show that some team members excel when given consistent opportunities in their preferred roles. The data supports arguments for more diversified offensive approaches that utilize each player's specific skill set optimally. Fan engagement levels have reportedly decreased significantly during Clark's absence, reflecting the star player's impact on both team performance and league-wide viewership numbers.
A lot of fans is voicing their frustrations about Caitlin Clark being out. Shout out to Sophie, man. Shout out to Sophie. Willow Reporter asks why Bibby didn't play. And, like, Bibby didn't play was a whole nother thing. I don't know why. I think she scored, like, 8 points last game. I don't know why Chloe Bibby didn't play. I know fans is mad about that as well. Let me see here. Because I know she was trending last night. Chloe Bibby was. Yeah.
Casual basketball followers admit losing interest without marquee attractions. The broader implications for women's basketball include concerns about maintaining momentum gained during recent popularity surges. Without consistent star power, the sport risks returning to previous levels of limited mainstream attention. Strategic adjustments moving forward may require fundamental changes to offensive philosophy and player utilization patterns. The current approach appears unsustainable given the evidence of repeated late-game failures. Cunningham's shooting accuracy during high-pressure moments provides strong statistical support for increased involvement in critical possessions.
Yeah, man, it's just this whole situation is unfortunate. You know exactly why Chloe Bibby wasn't on the floor. Kelsey Mitchell playing the most minutes in the floor with brick three-pointing, turnovers, too much dribble, and not enough passing. Pass the ball to Lexi and Sophie while Chloe Bibby is on the bench. Yes, that is exactly what's have been going down, man. I don't know. I believe this was her against Dallas. She had 8-2-1, you know, but I don't even.
Her performance data contrasts favorably with other options currently receiving priority during closing sequences. Team chemistry issues may be contributing to suboptimal decision-making during
I thought that was a success. For me, that was the that was the pinnacle. That was the pinnacle of their season. And I said it, the Fever won the Commissioner's Cup and had their best over record in July. Or sorry, no. That was me hyping up Stephanie White. But yeah, like, that was basically the...
Future success may depend on willingness to adjust established rotations and play calling systems based on performance evidence rather than predetermined preferences. The video footage provides clear examples of alternative approaches that might yield better results. Basketball fundamentals suggest that involving multiple scoring threats during pressure situations creates better overall offensive efficiency. The current concentration of final possessions with specific players may be limiting strategic flexibility. Recovery from these execution issues will require honest evaluation of what strategies work best for this particular roster composition.
But yeah, like, that was basically the... My opinion was that was their Super Bowl. That was their absolute Super Bowl. I win the Commissioner's Cup. I said, if we're being 100% honest, the Fever probably aren't winning the title with or without Caitlin. Links of Liberty / be too good to beat in 7 games. But unless they somehow miss the playoffs, this season will be a success with the Commissioner's Cup win alone. I stand by that. I stand by that. Like, I stand by that. Like, they were... This is a successful season.
The evidence suggests current approaches may not maximize available talent effectively. Player development continues as some team members adapt to expanded roles necessitated by roster changes. The adjustment period may explain some inconsistencies in performance during crucial game moments. The franchise's long-term success depends on establishing reliable systems that function regardless of which specific players are available. Current struggles highlight the importance of developing multiple options for high-pressure situations.
This is a successful season for them. But you guys don't realize just how bad the Fever have been without Caitlin Clark. Like, they are, I kid you not, 9th in net rating since Caitlin's been out in the All-Star break. 9th in net rating. 9th in plus minus. 9th in assists. 11th in assist to turnover ratio. 12th out of 13 in assist percentage. 10th in turnovers. How can you be 9th in assists and 10th in turnovers? And 9th in defensive rating?
Fan loyalty remains strong among core supporters who understand basketball nuances and appreciate individual player contributions beyond star attractions. This dedicated fan base provides stability during transitional periods. The season's remaining contests will determine whether these execution problems represent temporary growing pains or fundamental issues requiring significant strategic overhauls. Early evidence suggests the need for prompt adjustments to current approaches. The Indiana Fever currently holds an 18/16 record, sitting below .500 during Caitlin Clark's absence.
And 9th in defensive rating. Like, and by the way, there was a 5-game win streak and these are still their underlying numbers. It's scary how bad they've been. And I've said it, of the 5-game win streak, the Mercury game was impressive. We're not Steph White masterclass. We are not knocking that Mercury game. The way the team stepped up. They beat the Sky. Twice. Did they beat the Sky in that run? I think they beat the Sky in the run. And then they beat the Sky.
Their performance breakdown reveals stark contrasts. They've managed just one Midas 4 without Clark, with that single victory coming against Chicago. When both Clark and Erica Wheeler were available, the team posted a strong 3 Midas 1 record. With Clark alone, they achieved an 8-3 or 8 Midas 5 mark, including being the only franchise to keep a healthy New York Liberty team competitive in close contests. During the Commissioner's Cup victory, many viewed this achievement as the season's peak accomplishment. The triumph represented their championship moment, their version of reaching the summit.
And then they beat the Sky later on. So since Caitlin Clark's been gone, they've went on that 5-game win streak. And since other than the 5-game win streak, they beat the Sky. They beat the Sky. Like, they're sub 500 since Caitlin's been out. They're sub 500. And like, they've lost now to the Mystics. I think they're going to lose tomorrow to the Sun. And if they do come out, I predicted them in this 3-game spell against the Wings, Mystics, and Sun to go 2-1.
While some believed this success indicated championship potential, the reality suggested otherwise. All lies. The Commissioner's Cup win, combined with their strongest monthly performance in July, marked the high point of their campaign. The assessment remained that this tournament victory constituted their ultimate achievement. Regardless of Clark's presence, competing against Liberty in a 7-game series appeared unlikely to succeed. However, barring a complete playoff collapse, the season could still be considered successful based solely on the Commissioner's Cup championship.
To go 2-1. I predicted them to beat the Wings, I predicted them to beat the Mystics, and I predicted them to lose to the Sun. Knowing my luck, they're going to go 1-2, and I'm going to get all 3 wrong. Knowing my luck, I think I've predicted 8 Fever games right. Like I'm like 8-27. It's actually scary how bad I am predicting Fever games. I predicted 8 right. And I wonder if you looked at the Fever, how many times Vegas has been right. I think Vegas has been right with the
Statistical analysis since Clark's injury reveals alarming trends. The team ranks 9th in net rating, 9th in plus-minus differential, 9th in assists, 11th in assist-to-turnover ratio, 12th in assist percentage among 13 teams, and 10th in turnovers. These numbers remain consistent despite a 5-game winning streak during this period. The underlying metrics demonstrate concerning performance levels. Of their recent victories, only the Mercury game showcased impressive team play and coaching execution.
Times Vegas has been right. I think Vegas has been right with the not even the like lines for plus minus or win by X amount of points. I think Vegas has been wrong picking the winners outside of the 4 Sky games. I think Vegas has been wrong picking winners in at least 50% of Fever games. Sorry, in at least 70% of Fever games. Like, anytime you think the Fever are going to win, they win. They lose. Anytime you think the Fever are going to lose, they win. And I think they're going to lose to the Suns. They're probably going to win. But, like,
while they defeated Chicago multiple times during this stretch, their overall record since Clark's absence shows a sub.500 performance. Recent losses include defeats to Washington, with upcoming challenges against Connecticut likely resulting in another loss. Predictions for their 3-game stretch against Dallas, Washington, and Connecticut suggested a 2-1-1 outcome, victories over Dallas and Washington, with a loss to Connecticut. However, prediction accuracy has been notably poor, with correct calls on only 8 games out of numerous attempts. Even Las Vegas betting lines have struggled with Indiana's unpredictability, incorrectly picking winners in approximately 50 to 70% of their contests.
Coach White's good system-to-system struggle to be creative in misfit situations. I think Coach White, Stephanie White, has a system and doesn't give a damn who her players are, rather than building a system around the players. The Vegas 5-game winning streak. I don't think Stephanie White's a bad basketball coach. I think Stephanie White is a boring basketball coach. I think Stephanie White is a snake oil saleswoman. I think Stephanie White is...
The team consistently defies expectations, winning when projected to lose, and vice versa. Coach Stephanie White operates within a rigid system that struggles to adapt creatively during challenging situations. Her approach appears to prioritize predetermined schemes over adjusting tactics to fit available personnel. Rather than building strategies around player strengths, she maintains systematic consistency regardless of roster composition. While White demonstrates competent game planning abilities and can secure victories as an underdog, her coaching style leans toward reactive rather than proactive approaches.